To be completely honest with you guys, losing weight is nothing but a numbers game. If you are eating less calories than you are burning, then you will be losing weight. And happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of Weight Loss Wednesday, and in this week's episode I want to discuss with you my 4 simple rules to count calories. Now, as many of you know, I've been on my journey for almost 2 years and I've lost 102 pounds and I've lost all of my weight by calorie counting. So I do want to say I'm not a professional or a nutritionist, but these are the rules and guidelines that I follow in order to count calories accurately and to lose weight. I still do this to this day and I will continue to do this in order to lose more weight. So if you want to hear my 4 simple rules to count calories, then continue to watch. Alright guys, so rule number 1 is to know your daily caloric intake. If you do not know how many calories you need to be eating in a day, there is no way that you're going to be able to count calories. Now, you can go to a professional and get this done, or you can do what I did and just simply go to the internet, download one of those like weight loss quizzes and fill it out. It's going to ask you your height, your weight, how active you are, what your age is, and it's going to give you pretty much a roundabout number of calories you need to be eating in a day. Now, that number is just pretty much based on what you do daily. It's not adding in activity. It's not adding in, you actually eating healthy. It's not adding in none of that. It's just pretty much giving you a number of calories to eat in a day. So for example, when I started, I was 297 pounds. So whenever I did MyFitnessPal and I put in all of my information, it told me I can have 1,832 calories. Now, I know you're thinking like, okay, if you want to lose weight, why are you eating 1,800 calories? Well, at the weight and height and activity level that I was at, that is what my body needed in order to lose weight. It will be different for everybody because we have different things about us, like different weights, different heights, different activity levels. So that's why you need to go and figure out how many calories you need to eat in a day. Now, as I started to drop the weight, yes, my calories went down, and a lot of people do just go out the gate and say, you know what, I don't want to do any more than 1,200 calories, or I don't want to do any more than 1,400 calories. So whether you go online and figure out your calorie intake, or whether you come up with a number like 1,200, 1,400, 1,500 calories, then you can do that as well. Now, according to the whole health part of it all, 2,500 calories a day is what they say you need to not starve or whatever like that, and that's just across the board. I think it's like 2,500 calories for women and 3,000 calories for men in a day. So you do want to make sure that you are eating less calories, because in order to lose weight you need to have a calorie deficit, which means if you normally, just to maintain your weight, if you eat 1,500 calories, then you want to drop that down to 1,200 calories just to have those calories in a negative to lose weight. And we'll talk about that more in part 2 of this video, where I actually go into depth, but I just wanted to share with you today just the rules. So rule number 1 is to know how many calories you need to eat in a day. So rule number 2 is to make sure that you are using a food scale, measuring cups, or measuring spoons. You are going to have to measure out your food to make sure that you are eating the right amount of calories. Now, I do know a lot of us are busy and you're thinking like, oh shoot, I gotta pull out a scale, or every time I eat I gotta measure it. Yes, if you want to count calories, I'm sorry, that's the sacrifice that you're going to have to make, because you could be overeating your calories and not even know it. You can be like, oh okay, this is telling me just to do 1 cup. You can eyeball it and then it ends up really being 2 cups. And if you logged it as 1 cup and you're like, okay, cool, I had 1,200 calories for the day, but you didn't count all those extra calories that you had because you didn't measure out your food, and then you're wondering why you're either maintaining weight or gaining weight, and it's because you're eating way more calories than you're logging. So you do need to take the time to measure out your food. Again, I know this is a pain, but if there's no pain, there's no gain. You need to make sure that you are measuring everything that you put into your mouth. And that brings me into my 3rd rule, and that is to make sure you count all calories. You have to count calories for liquids. You have to count calories for oils, butters, sprays. Even though we know some sprays don't have calories, you need to make sure that you are counting every single calorie that goes into your mouth. So if you did have a juice, you need to make sure that you are looking at those servings and figuring out how many calories you actually had in the juice. A lot of people don't think about that. They just think like, oh, I'm gonna have a cheeseburger, and they just count like the meat, the bread, you know, and the cheese. But you need to be counting everything. So if you made your burger patties from scratch and you use breadcrumbs, you use an egg, you use any kind of like seasoning or anything, you want to make sure that you are counting every single calorie. If not, you can be overeating in your calories, and again, you'll be back at that point where you're either maintaining or gaining weight, and you're like, but I'm only eating 1,200 calories, when in actuality, you're eating way more than 1,200 calories because you're not counting everything. So you want to make sure that you are counting everything that has calories. Now again, most seasonings, some sprays and stuff like that is 0 calories, so you don't have to worry about counting those if it's 0 calories. But if anything has calories, you got to count it. And my last rule for this is to download some type of weight loss app, or to get you a journal. You have to make sure that you are logging or either journaling what you're eating. This is effective for 2 reasons. One, because you can see trends. You can see on what days you eat more. You can see in what times you eat more. And you can actually see what you're eating. And 2, you'll be able to keep up with your calories. I know some of us out here have really great minds, but if you are busy all day, there is no way you're going to remember that you had 60 calories worth of yogurt in the morning if you don't write it down. And then you'll find yourself like, did I eat this? Did I eat that? And then you can be overeating again, and then you're wondering why you're not losing weight or that you're gaining weight, and it is because you don't even remember what you ate for the day. So again, this is another one of those things where it's like, dang, I gotta download an app and scan, or dang, I gotta write down everything I eat. And yes, that is the sacrifice that you're going to have to make in order to keep up with knowing what's going in your mouth, so that way you can know that you are accurately counting calories. All right guys, so recapping real quick, you want to, 1, know your daily caloric intake, because you need to know what you're counting up to. For number 2, you need to make sure that you are using some type of food scale, measuring cups, measuring spoons, whatever you need to do to make sure that you are able to measure out your food, so you are eating the amount of calories that you say that you're eating. For number 3, you want to count everything. You cannot count calories and leave stuff out. There is no way that you can say, oh, I'm gonna eat 1,400 calories today, and you didn't count all of the coffee and the juice and the creamer that you had. That is gonna be your 1,400 calories plus all those calories from that. So you want to make sure that you are counting everything that goes in your mouth that has a caloric value. And lastly, you do want to use some type of weight loss app or journal or something. You need to physically see your food for the day. You need to physically see what you're eating, how much you're eating, and what your calories is for the day. So yes guys, I know this is easier said than done, and it is a lot harder than it sounds, because to think about like, oh my god, I need to count this banana I just ate. Oh my god, I need to count the butter that I cook my eggs in. It's crazy to say that, but if you want to lose weight by counting calories, you really need to know how many calories is going in your body, for the simple fact that you need to know how much you need to burn in order to lose weight. Now there are 3,500 calories in 1 pound. So if you are burning 3,500 calories a week, then you can lose 1 pound a week. If you are overeating or eating more calories than your body is burning, there is no way that you are going to drop weight. I know it's kind of confusing, and I do want to do a part 2 to this video, because I actually want to show you what serving sizes look like, because it's a lot of foods out here that we are overeating. Croutons, 1, chips, 1, cereal is 1. Like all of these things that we look at and be like, oh yeah, that's not more than a cup. You are really having 3 and 4 cups of it. And then you're looking like, oh my God, I only ate 1,400 calories and I didn't lose weight. And it's like, you didn't eat 1,400 calories. You really ate like 2,000 calories because you had 4 cups of cereal. Stuff like that. So I do want to do a part 2 to this video just to kind of, you know, put a little visual with it. But these are the rules and the guidelines that I've used over this time to lose weight. And I just feel like this was the most effective way for me to lose weight, because like I say in so many of my videos, this is a lifestyle, and this is something that I want to, 1, drop a little more weight, but 2, actually maintain my weight loss. Like I don't want to go back into, you know, eating or doing whatever and then gain a bunch of weight back because I can't stay on track. So you want to make sure that whenever you're using these rules, you just use it in your day-to-day life. Now when you have cheat days, indulgent days, or stuff like that, you can still count calories. What I do for my days like that is every other day I eat between 1,200 and 1,300 calories. And then on those days, I allow myself to eat like 2,500 calories. You know, just a little more. Not anything too crazy. But I just allow myself to eat a little bit more calories. But doing so, I still do log those because I need to know how much I'm actually eating. So I'll know what I need to burn off to make sure that, you know, I'm losing weight. And to be completely honest with you guys, losing weight is nothing but a numbers game. If you are eating 3,000 calories and you are burning 4,000 calories a day, then you have a 1,000 calorie deficit and you're going to lose weight. But if you are eating 3,000 calories and you're only burning 1,000 calories, then you're either going to maintain or you're going to gain weight. So counting calories is literally just keeping you in line, making sure that you know what's going in your mouth, and making sure that you know what you need to burn off in order to lose weight. I know this video was very short and sweet, but hopefully it was helpful for you guys. Like I said, I do want to do a part 2 to this where I show you serving sizes and we go over calories and stuff like that, just so you can like see it in a visual kind of situation. Because I know me just saying it to you is like, okay, what? But I'm telling you, this is what I do daily and it's very effective. Again, it's gonna take some work, sis. This is not nothing you can be lazy about. This is not nothing you can slack about. This is not nothing you can be like, oh, I'm not tracking today, because it can be that day that you don't track, that you have way too many calories, and that will mess you up for the week, because you want to make sure that you are doing what you need to do to get those calories in, burn calories out, in order to lose weight every week. Or if you want to maintain, you want to make sure that you are eating the right amount of calories to maintain your weight, so that you're not overeating calories and gaining weight. So yes, like I said, I am going to do a part 2 to this video. If you have any questions, or if there's something that you do, if you're a calorie counter and you're like, oh sis, I do this, go ahead and chime in the comments below. We are all learning here together. And the thing that I do want to say is my ways are not law. This is not like, oh, if you don't do this, you're not gonna lose weight. But I do want to share my rules with you guys, because this is what's effective for me. And you know, this is what I did, and I feel like if I did it and I can count my calories and do this, then if you're starting your journey and you want to count calories, then you can do it as well. So yeah, like I said before, I'm not a professional or anything. This is just what I did in order to lose weight, and I want to share that with you guys. So again, thank you so much for your input and your support on Weight Loss Wednesday. I really enjoy doing this for you guys, because like I said, when I first started, I just watched video after video after video, and I kind of had to piece together information and figure out what worked. So if you do want to start your journey and you want to do it the way I did it, then I want to give the information to you, so you're able to try it out and see how effective it is for you. So yes guys, if you're not, this is your time to go ahead and subscribe and turn your notification bell on to be notified when I post the next Weight Loss Wednesday video, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.